For me, wrestling has been so much more than just, the matches and the championships and the trips and all the other things that come along with the sport. Wrestling has, for me, as it has everyone who's ever wrestled, taught me life lessons. Wrestling has taught me how to work hard. It's taught me the value of hard work. It's taught me how to set goals. It's taught me the concept of delayed gratification. It's taught me how to compete. If I had to sum it up in one word, I would say that the one thing wrestling has given me is confidence. It's taught me that if I put my mind to something and I'm willing to work for it, I can achieve it. And I think that lesson is priceless. Now, I've heard Dan Gable sum it up as saying, after you've wrestled, everything else is easy. But I would challenge Dan to come babysit my kids for one evening. Coming out of high school, I wanted to stay closer to home. I wanted to be close to my support system that had gotten to me, or that had helped me get where I was at that point, and who I thought could continue to help me grow and get better as a wrestler. And I went to Oregon State. My junior and senior year, I won 2 national titles and was voted the Hodge Trophy winner my senior year, which was, unbelievable honor on top of winning a national championship. After that second national championship, my senior year, I sure would have liked to taken a break, but it just so happened that was 1996. That was an Olympic year, and I had the Olympic bug. I didn't have an easy road. I had a, returning Olympic champion who was coming off of a world championship in '95, Kevin Jackson. I knew I had my work cut out for me, and I had a lot of respect for him. I was just going to go out there and not leave anything out on the mat. I was going to give it all I had, and if that was good enough, great, and if it wasn't, well, then I knew I gave it my best shot. And as luck would have it, it was good enough, and I won a hard-fought match, win both matches, the best 2 out of 3 series to put me on the Olympic team and earn me a trip to Atlanta in '96. Right after the Olympics, I probably didn't take as much time off as I needed to, and I hurt my back. A disc that herniated in my low back, and I had to get surgery on it. And I got surgery in, I think, January of '97. And the next major tournament was a world championship it was in Russia. My doctors were telling me that I probably should forget it. And I didn't know if I was going to be ready, but I was going to do everything humanly possible to get ready, because I'd really been taken right up to the brink. If that injury would have been much more serious, I would have been finished wrestling. After winning the world championship, the first thing that I thought was I want to tell my family. I want to call my coaches. I want to call, my uncle who'd helped me so much through the years. I wanted to call my dad and thank him for, getting me to all those wrestling tournaments and those wrestling camps. And I want to call my coaches, Sergio Gonzalez and Pete Lucas. I want to call Joe Wells, my college coach. And the reason I want to call them is, not only to thank them, but to share this experience with them and let them know that this wasn't necessarily my world championship, but this was our world championship, because even though I was the one who did it, they'd all had a part in it. They all had a part of that medal and that belt, and they'd earned it just like I had by the work that they had put into me and the things that they had done for me. And in 1999, with the Olympics right around the corner, I want to do just that little extra thing. What I came up with is that I want to go to Colorado Springs. I wanted to be close to Bruce Burnett, who was the national team coach at the time. And as fate has it, Kevin Jackson was the resident team coach at that time. And it actually worked out great, because not only did he know my competitors, but he knew me. And he knew what I needed to prepare. It turned out to be a good move for '99, because in 1999 I went to win a bronze medal in Ankara, Turkey, at the World Championship. Being inducted into the Hall has been a very different experience for me. Up until now in my career, any honor I've received has been a tournament or a championship or maybe a season, but those are fleeting. You know, you go wrestle in the tournament and it's over and you're looking towards the next one. The induction into the Hall of Fame is it's so much different because, you know, here the board is looking at your career, at your body of work, and they deem it worthy of you being inducted into the Hall. And then you look at the careers and the experiences of those that are in the Hall, not to mention those that aren't. And it's just, the only word I can use to describe it is humbling. It's the most humbling experience of my life, and I'm honored beyond words.